Hey everybody, this is Brian with Bear Cards 34, coming back for the fourth and final installment of my 90s insert binder. So the majority of these cards are cards that I pulled in packs as a kid growing up. Back then we didn't really have hits, although by 1991, which we have right here, there were hits out of a couple product that I'll show you. And so that was the beginning of autographs and things like that. The game-worn jerseys would come a little bit later. But hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I'm recording this the day after Thanksgiving. And I wanted to mention real quick one thing. I recently had a mail day, a rack from Zach and Porter, and they had given me this 91 Fleer Mike Singletary Provisions card. Love this card. He's one of my all-time favorite players. And it's the only card I needed for the set. So I am now able to put that in its proper place. For any of you who collect with binders, you know how nice it can feel to actually fill in the missing spots. And so very happy to have that one to complete my set for the Fleer 91 Provision cards. I did want to mention, for me, one of my great memories growing up for Thanksgiving was going to my grandparents' house. And they lived out in an area in Utah that was very much a farming community. So I grew up in Salt Lake. Other than a couple years in California, I was pretty much born and raised in Salt Lake City and the surrounding area of Salt Lake. But it was always fun to go back to my dad's hometown and spend time with my cousins and my grandparents. My grandpa was a farmer, and so we would go out there and we would have a football game on Thanksgiving. We called it the Turkey Bowl, and this is a picture of all of us right here. So my cousins, that's me right there, my brother, and a couple other cousins. So this was, near the end of our Turkey Bowl days, and you can see the field right there. We would often play in the field and get pretty roughed up. It was either the field or my grandparents' yard, but the field gave us more room. Here's actually a picture. That's me jumping in the air trying to block my brother's throw, which, as you can see, the football right here, I was unsuccessful. But, those kind of memories really mean a lot to me. And I'm glad I have these pictures. They're the only two pictures from any of our football Turkey Bowl days. But anyway, those are really good memories. So I hope you guys all had a good Thanksgiving as well. And then I'm going to start off with... this is an insert. This was from 1991 Proline Portraits. Now, this was my very first autograph that I ever pulled in a pack. So this right here, this is Tracy Johnson. And if you look at the checklist for 1991, this is one of, if not the worst autograph you could actually get. However, I was very happy to pull one at all. Back then, for 91, they only had... one autograph out of every 3 boxes. So this was actually pretty nice to pull there. And then the year later in 1992, they were 1 per box by 92. And so I got 2 coaches, Hall of Famer Tom Flores right here, and a coach that I really liked growing up, Sam Weish. He was very successful with the Bengals. And so these were my 2 autographs from that. And you can see down here, there was a stamped kind of a stamp that would certify that it was an authentic autograph right there. So these are, definitely nice cards to pull. I did open a pack of 90, I can't remember if it was 91 or 92 Proline, and did pull a Tom Waddle autograph out of there just last year. And then the year after that, in 1992, they had these. This is a 92 Classic Drafts. And back then, obviously, all the autographs were on card. They didn't do sticker autographs to start with. This was a really nice one to get at the time. Quentin Coriat was, I believe, the number 2 pick of the draft, right behind Steve Emptman. The Colts had those first 2 picks. And so that was really fun to pull as well. And then the last one was a Draft Picks courtside Jamie Gill autograph. And I didn't even notice when I pulled this card, I didn't even see the autograph. It's right here. You can see that. But it's quite dark, and so you can't really see, it kind of blends into the crowd a little bit. Now, it does have that silver foil right there, authentic signature. So definitely happy to have that one as well. So those were kind of my initial hits from back in the day. If you follow my channel, you know that I got out of collecting around 1995 and didn't get back into it again until about 2013. However, I did pick up packs from time to time for old time's sake. This was the very first jersey card that I ever pulled, and so it has a lot of sentimental value to me now. So this is a 2000 Topps Pro Bowl card of Zach Thomas, an authentic player-worn Pro Bowl jersey. So that was definitely a nice one to pull back then, and I didn't even know they made jersey cards when I pulled that, so that was quite a surprise for me. And then in 2002, I actually did pick up a few packs. These were Upper Deck, and I pulled two. I pulled the Corey Dillon First Team Fabrics, and then the Brian Griese Fourth Quarter Fabrics. And these are both game used, which is always a bonus, right? So a couple game used cards right here. And then also in 2002, so this must have been a year that I kind of picked up a few things. These are Bowman's Best, Liddell Betts and Roy Williams, authentic, and these right here, player worn. So even back then, you're getting the player worn stuff, but they're very, very nice looking cards, and very happy to have pulled those as well, Liddell Betts and Roy Williams. So yeah, so those were kind of the initial, well, this one right here started it off for me, the very first jersey card that I ever pulled. All right, so now let's get back into the binder for our fourth and final installment. Okay, so to start things off, this is the 1994 Skybox Premium SkyTech Stars. And a really nice set there. Marshall Faulk during his rookie season. That's one of my favorites right there. You've got the great Dan Marino, Jim Kelly. And this is how they look from the back. And then also from Fleer 94, they celebrated Jerome Bettis' Rookie of the Year with these Rookie of the Year insert cards. It's a really, really nice set. Highlights everything from Notre Dame to being drafted, to the success that he had. I really like the that foil image of Jerome on these. And this was a 12-card set that finished off with his rookie Pro Bowl nod right there. And then we've got this 1991 All-World insert of Rocket Ishmael. I was a big fan of his at Notre Dame, so even though I didn't really collect CFL cards, I purchased some packs just in hopes of getting a few of his cards. And I really like this die-cut Touchdown King of Cordell Stewart right here. That's from 1998, so again, that would have been me picking up a couple of packs and just happened to pull that one. He played for the Bears just for a minute or two. And then this action-packed Marcus Allen. In person, you know, I don't know that the camera really does it justice, but it's got a really nice, cool background to that. And that is the action-packed Warp Speed insert. And then some 92 Proline Portraits inserts, some celebrities, Milton Berle, Isaiah Thomas there. What's his name? Mole? Martin Mole? Mole. Anyway, just kind of highlighting their fandom for NFL teams. All right, so along with the Rookie of the Year insert set that you could pull from Jerome Bettis, this was an additional insert for the Rookie of the Year. And when I was a kid, I used to love getting doubles, triples, etc. And I pulled enough so there were 3 of these cards, and I was able to pull enough that I could fill an entire page with just that one Rookie of the Year card. So this is listed as card number 13 from the original 12, and then they had these. And here's card number 14. And again, a full page of that. And then card number 15 as well, another full page of that. Big Jerome Bettis fan. He was awesome in college and had a great Hall of Fame career as well. Then right here, another Fleer insert set. We've got the 1994 Fleer League Leaders cards. Elway, Tim Brown, 2 of my favorite receivers of the 90s, Rice and Sharp. Nice Emmitt Smith, Thurman Thomas. And then a Steve Young League Leaders. And then we have these, I really like the look of these 94 Fleer All-Pro cards. Really love that design with the kind of the faded image and then the yellow gold highlight as well. Some of my favorite players of the 90s right there, that's for sure. And they did that highlight on the back of the cards as well, which I really liked. And then right here we've got the Sharp brothers. Bruce Smith, Emmett, Derek Thomas, Reggie, Rod Woodson, and then we've got a Fleer 92 Fleer Ultra Chris Miller highlights card. For a minute, he was looking like the next big thing. Didn't quite pan out that way, but he had a couple of really solid years. And then this Marvin Harrison right here, this is a 1990, what year is that? Maybe a 2099 Proving Ground Upper Deck of Harrison. Nice little card there. And then Top Stadium Club back in 92, they did these really nice football legend cards. Y.A. Tittle, Bart Starr, Johnny Unitas. I had most of them, but I didn't have them all, so I picked up the set on eBay so that I could complete that. George Blanda, who played many, many years, Bradshaw and Staubach, just definitely some legends right there. And just like with the regular Top Stadium Club, they included a picture of their rookie cards as well, which I always really liked. That helped me as a kid to know, you know, what the rookie cards were, especially back then, you know, kind of pre-internet or just the early phases of it. It was really nice to be able to get those images. Right here we've got some 1995 Fleer Gridiron Leader cards. Ben Coates, he was really good. Kind of forget about him these days, but he was very talented. The late Eric Turner, two of the greats all time right there. And down here, this is a Troy Davis Fleer Ultra Gold card. So right there you can see the gold medallion edition. That's when we started to see some of those variations. And this is a Top Stadium Tim McDonald first day issue. And I've always loved this Darryl Green card. Let me see if I can, there we go. So just NFL fastest man from Upper Deck back in 91. Darryl Green was very fast, that's for sure. And then right here, this is a NFL on Fox More Attitude Heath Schuler card. And Upper Deck did a great job with these All-Pro cards. These ones right here were from 1993, and they were relatively hard to get, one in every 25 packs. So those were definitely nice ones to have, and I really like the look of them as well. And then right here we've got a couple of Pro Set Power Moves cards that were an insert of Montana and Lott. And there's Darryl Green holding up his award for the fastest man. These are 1995 Fleer Touchdown Sensations, and these came one in every 3 packs. Got a Herman Moore there. Emmett, Chris Warren, who was really good for a few years. Ricky Waters, right there. Steve Young, and then I really love this. I pulled this in a pack of Collector's Edge from '99. I think I probably only got one pack of that. So this is a throwback. Really love that Dante Culpepper card there. So these ones, the '99 Collector's Edge Odyssey Old School, were one in every 8 packs. And here's a Crash the Game from Collector's Choice of Drew Bledsoe. And then from Fleer 95, the Provision cards. I always loved this Ken Norton holding up his Super Bowl rings. We've got Drew Bledsoe down here with the Patriots, Falk, Tim Brown. And if you notice, they made these images to actually kind of connect with one another. So they're all kind of part of one big picture, which I thought was pretty cool. Okay, so it looked like the Bledsoe was actually from another page. There was just a card missing there. So these are the Collector's Edge You Crashed the Game cards from 1995. And if they scored a touchdown on the date, which is listed here, and I've got this Steve McNair rookie for the October 1st date, but you could win prizes. So the Steve Young, that was actually a winner. So was the Chris Warren. I looked these up later on just to see. Marshall Falk was also a winner. Chris Carter and Tim Brown. So all three of those were winners. And just really, really kind of a fun interactive way to collect at the time. These right here are 1993 Score the Franchises. I have 4 of those, and those were tough to pull as well. Those are 1 in every 24 packs, so I was really happy to get the Barry Sanders. And then we have a couple of Fleer All-Pro cards right here from 1993. And I always like these 92 Skybox Impact. These are the major Impact cards, but I love that, the set had the names, but with this, it's a gold foil with a little stamp, and these are glossy cards, unlike the base set. Really like those, though. These are 1992 Upper Deck coaches reports. They had Steelers coach Chuck Noll give a report on each of these players, which was pretty cool. And that's an eBay pickup I got from Pacific, Jamie Martin, who played his college ball at Weber State in my home state of Utah. And then some Collector's Choice Joe Montana. So they talk about this being the trilogy because you could get some of the set in Upper Deck, some in Collector's Choice. And so there were 3 altogether. So those are some nice cards right there. And then this right here, this is the 1994 Ultra Rick Meyer Rookie of the Year set. Started off at Notre Dame, had a really good rookie year for the Seahawks before kind of going downhill after that. This James Jett card is a 94 Skybox Instant Impact card, and they were only 1 out of every 30 packs. And an Upper Deck 1992 Fanimation of Eric Dickerson during his brief time with the Raiders. I always liked those cards. They're pretty crazy, but I really like those. So the Fleer Flair set is one of my all-time favorites. I just think they're gorgeous cards. And these right here were the 95 Fleer Flair preview cards that were 1 per pack in the Fleer cards. And just a gorgeous product. Right here we've got Barry, Marshall Falk, Tim Baselli rookie card, Joe Montana, and Dan Marino, 2 of the all-time greats. A lot of all-time greats on that page, actually. Got Chris Carter, Bledsoe, Willie Rofe, Hall of Famer. Got Jerry, Natrone Means, Rod Woodson. And then 3 more right there, including Henry Ellard. And then these are 1995 Fleer NFL Prospect cards. And these were 1 out of every 6 packs. And I remember, as far as like trying to hunt for rookies at the time, this was one of my favorites to try to get these rookies. So Luther Ellis, he played at University of Utah. Big fan of his. His son is actually playing there now. And then we've got the Steve McNair rookie card. One of my favorite rookie cards of him for sure. And there's the back of them. And then right here we've got the late Rashawn Salam, played for my Bears. Warren Sapp rookie card, a really good one right there. John Walsh from BYU. A lot of quarterbacks in the NFL from BYU. He wasn't too notable in the NFL, but had a really good college career. Tyrone Wheatley, of course. This right here is a Fleer Award winner of Deion Sanders. And then I pulled this card out. It's actually pretty cool. This is a 1995 Select Certified Edition and of Steve McNair. And on the back you can see that it was one of 2,250 produced. Always really liked that card though. Right here we've got the 1993 Pro Set Power Draft Picks cards, including that Jerome Bettis rookie, Drew Bledsoe rookie, Garrison Hurst, and then this Upper Deck America's team of Drew Bledsoe. Those were 1 in 25 packs, so they were pretty tough to come by. That was the only one I ever got. Did I say Drew Bledsoe? Drew Pearson. Maybe I said it, I don't know. There's Drew Bledsoe. This is a 1996 breakthrough Kerry Collins from Fleer. And then these are the Skybox Premium 93 Primetime Rookies. They were one in every 18 packs. Willie Roaf, of course, in the Hall of Fame. Rick Meyer was a big one to get at the time. And then this right here is a Proline Live Sweepstakes card. And again, that one is also numbered 1 out of 2083 for the Rick Meyer. And these Boss rookie cards I was a big fan of from Collector's Edge. They were 1 out of every 2 packs, but I kind of liked how they had that acetate look. So Eric Durrett, who played really well for a couple of years, and then Heath Schuler, who I thought was going to play well, but did not. 99 Collector's or Cutting Edge Odyssey of Steve Young, and those are 1 out of every 18 packs, so a little harder to find. A really pretty card. And right here we've got a Jim Kelly action-packed quarterback club, and then the Troy Aikman Flair Ultra over the top, and those were 1 out of every 6 packs that you could pull those. And this is the 1995 Ultra Touchdown Kings Gold Medallion of Herman Moore. I really like this Skybox Premium Paydirt Gold of Dan Marino. And then this Ricky Waters Skybox Impact Ultimate Impact. These were 1 out of every 15 packs. And I did pick these up. These were not an insert in a card. This is a Barry Sanders Detroit Silver Streak hologram card. And these were numbered out of limited edition of 250,000. So I was happy to get that. In fact, I pulled a couple of those. I gave one of them to Steeler Card 7, I think, in one of my giveaways. But it's a cool card. And then the Collector's Edge Crash the Game of Barry Sanders. Those were 1 out of every 15 packs with the blue foil. And then this is the Cleveland Browns Team Card Stadium Club. Those were 1 in every 24 packs. And then some more of these Proline inserts, Paul Tagliabue, Frank Gifford, Kathy Lee Gifford. And then this one is of Chris Berman. There's a neat story behind it where they were doing a picture of the coaches, and I think they were short a coach, and so Chris Berman stood in with the coaches. Then we've got these Stadium Club Master Photos, and then First Day Edition cards of Mitchell and Washington. And this one I pulled in a throwback video of Hugh Millen. There's also this First Day issue of Rick Meyer from the Members' Choice, and a couple more of the team cards, Reggie Cobb and Jim Kelly. And I think these were limited to 1,000 per card. So they're not serial numbered or anything, but I believe they're 1,000 is the print run. And then we'll finish off. We've got a 94 Fleer Rookie Sensations of Dana Stubblefield. And then the rest of these cards, these are action-packed from 1992, and they're Braille cards. So the first Braille card was of Jim Plunkett, whose parents are blind, and they had made in 1990, 1990, Braille card of Jim Plunkett, and then they started making these as an inserts. Really happy to have, some of the all-time greats right here. So you can kind of see the Braille right there. So the Braille would say this. So this one, Thurman Thomas, 91 AFC rushing leader, is what that would say. So it's really nice. You can get the Braille cards from Action Packed. You could also get the 24 karat gold cards. So they were a lot of fun. And as you can see, that completes the showcase there of the insert set. All right, so everybody who stuck around to finish the binder with me, I really appreciate that. It's always fun with stuff like this, where we can collect, but a lot of times it's just stuff that we kind of look through on our own and enjoy, and that's great. But sometimes it's nice to be able to share it with other people. So I may do one of these for my modern inserts as well. I've actually got 3 books of modern inserts because there are just a lot more these days. Yeah, so maybe I'll do some of those in the future. But anyway, this one is the one that's most near and dear to my heart because it connects with, my childhood. There's nostalgia behind this. These are some of my all-time favorite players. But it's always still fun to pull the inserts and the hits these days as well. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos in the near future.